Hey there, survivors. I hope everyone's staying safe out there. I'm Loaflord, and welcome to another Dead Matter video. Now, I've already touched on the features I'm most excited about, and if you haven't seen it yet, then I suggest watching that after this one to see some of the awesome features coming in Dead Matter. Also, really quick, guys, there is no set release date, but they have stated that they will be announcing the release date sometime in early June, so it's not too far off, so try to stay patient. Today, I'm going to be talking about what to expect from the alpha. And you may be asking me, hey, Loaf, what do you mean by expect? Well, I mean just that. Expect an alpha. I cannot stress enough how important this is to early access games and games that launch on their own terms like Dead Matter. Now, what do you mean exactly by expect an alpha? I mean, don't expect a complete packaged game. Going into alpha, we're only going to see a portion of the South Alberta map. In fact, we're getting a 5x5 kilometer map with around 35 players on a server at a time. The projected map size for release is a 16x16 kilometer map, as well as a separate 6x6 city map, Calgary. Over the course of the alpha, the map will be expanded and filled with more content, as well as the Calgary map being added down the line during the alpha or the early access stage. Now, some of you may be confused as to why we're not going to see the whole map or even the city map at launch. And to answer that quite simply, it's because they're still working on it. The map size isn't set in stone. They, and I mean the alpha testers, are going to need to test out how many players, how many zombies, and how much loot can be on the map to be optimized for so and so amount of players. That's why it's good for the game to have private servers. If you haven't seen my video on why I'm excited on private servers, then you should check it out if you're feeling toasty, but if you don't care, then I don't blame you. Anyways, since there will be private servers, I'm sure the community is going to try to convince the devs to lift that player count and really stress test how much stuff can be on the map at a time. Speaking of testers, as an alpha tester, you are going to be encountering a lot of buggy and broken things. You need to be expecting features that are not going to be fully complete or not even in at the moment. I mean, guys, we have to be realistic here. Early access release is set in 2021, which isn't too far along, but I'd say we still have a good amount of time until we hit full release. So expect the game to have issues like networking issues and gameplay bugs and crashes and even things that are simply not working as intended. It's all part of the process. You shouldn't be going into the alpha and expecting 140 plus FPS gameplay with all of the AI and players and interactive systems going on being perfectly polished, because it's not. And I don't mean to sound negative, guys, because I really want this game to succeed, and I think it will, I really do. With the way that the devs have been vocal with the community and the things they've shown and done to get to this point, I mean, I think it's only uphill from here. Sure, it's gonna be shitty to maybe lose gear that took you 2 hours to loot and lost it to a bug, but expect it. This game is still early and has so much to improve on. I feel like I'm getting repetitive and I think you guys are getting the point, but I'm just reiterating it because I've seen so many games get tossed because they released too early or are still in development. Like Scum was released and everyone thought it was going to be the DayZ killer and everyone shitted on it for its terrible performance and terrible networking performance. And some people never even looked back. They think of that game as, oh yeah, that shitty survival game where everyone was desyncing everywhere, when in reality the game is in a completely different and completely better state than it was at launch a year and a half ago. And look, guys, I'm not trying to downplay the developers either, but there is a reason why there's going to be an NDA on the alpha at launch. It sucks, but a lot of people can be really hard on first time impressions. For some people it's, that game is broken, and that's not how it looked in the dev blog, and that's it. There's no redemption for the game. It's done. For that customer at least. I mean, I'd be a little sketched out to buy a game if it didn't look as good in the trailers. I'm talking to you, Ubisoft. So I understand why the devs want to put an NDA on the game. It's not that it's bad or in bad shape or not going to be what is promised, but it's because it's an alpha and work is still to be done. I mean, you could show a storyboard or a movie to a person to get them the gist of what the movie is about, but only putting it into film and finalizing that movie will only show what it's truly meant to be. And during that process to get showcased, there may be changes and even cuts to the overall film, but it will mostly contain the heart and feel that was originally entailed. What I'm saying, guys, is that there may be game-breaking bugs or some annoying bugs or features that are not implemented yet, but that's okay. It should be expected because we are getting our hands on this game super early. Don't forget, guys, we are testers testing the game and giving feedback to the developers to tell them what works and what doesn't. Only we as a community can make the game better. I'm not saying there shouldn't be criticism where it's due, but try to keep in mind that this game is going to be an alpha when giving that feedback. I'm sorry if this is coming off as a negative video because that is not what I'm getting at all. I just want people to think of the state that they are going to be getting the game. Listen, if you guys are okay with game-breaking bugs and maybe some missing features and want to support the developers and make the game they want to make, then hop in the fucking alpha and let's get it. But if you're a person that hates bugs and doesn't like when things aren't working as intended, then maybe you should wait for the early access release, or even the full release. Us alpha testers will be seeing the storyboard and seeing the animation come to life, while some people are gonna wanna wait for the full movie on release day, and that's okay. Both options are okay. That's pretty much it for me, guys. Hit that like button if you liked the video, it really helps out a lot. I do stream on Twitch pretty much every day at twitch.tv/itslowflord. I've been playing hella Tarkov because of the wipe, so if you want to stop by and say what's up, I would love to have a chat with you guys.
Oh, he's right there.
I'm on your left side, Jew. I'm on your left side.
And if you guys do like the content, consider subscribing. We're almost at 1,000 subs, and it's honestly crazy to think we've made it this far. Thank you so much for your support, guys, and stay toasty out there.